Hi and welcome to Java NetBeans Advanced Tic Tac Toe Game. This is actually at a request of one of the viewers yesterday. I think she must have seen the C# one and she requested for this. So I've just put things together. So let me show you guys how it works. And there guys, we have a winner. So we have a draw. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you guys straight into Java NetBeans development environment, and we'll put one of these together. So let's do that now guys. And let's start a new project. I'm going to click on new project and make sure Java is selected here. Let's click on next. And let's give that a name. I'm going to call it Java _Tic Tac Toe. And I'm going to make sure this is unchecked like you've seen. Copy that, click on finish. Okay, let's go for our project explorer right there. So the one we're looking for is Java. There we go, that is it right there. Okay, there's nothing in there, so right click on it and let's select new project, and I'm going to now select JFrame form, and I will give it exactly the same name. The package name is going to be the same as well, and let's click on finish. This is our form right there. Right click on that form and let's select set layout, and we go for absolute layout. Make sure you do that, and right click again. Now go straight for the property. Let's change the property. Go to codes right there and let's change the width to 1400 by 800. And where we have generate center, get it centered and click on close there. That is that taken care of. Now let's go straight to the palette here and let's select panel. Bring that panel on board. I'm going to change the color of this panel. Let's go straight to the property, and right here let's change the color to cadet blue, and cadet blue code is 95/158 by 160. There we go, that's cadet blue. I'm going to paste it right there. Just drag. We'll use it to cover the whole screen, and I'm going to need more than one of those really, so might as well just copy before I go any further. Well, right click on this panel and let's go to set layout as well. Let's change that to absolute layout. The reason why I'm doing that is if you don't do that you won't be able to paste your object properly. Okay, so you must do that as well. So I'm going to copy this, and I will also paste it. Paste is right there now. That is it. You see this one that I've just copied and pasted? That is it right here. I'm going to come straight here where we have properties, and let's select border, and I'm going to change the border, the appearance of everything. So let's go for, that is it. Do that again, and right here I will select this very one here, attach border, and in there I want to get it lowered. It's already lowered, and let's click on OK. There we go, look at that. Okay, I think maybe I should change it. Let's go back in there. I'll go back in here. Let's change it to bevel border, and here type, I'll change the type instead of raise. Let's make that lowered. Yeah, I think this is much better. I'm going to settle for this. Alright, that is fine. I will now copy this across. Okay, so let's see. That's fine the way it is. Now copy. Let's paste this here. us about that. Hold on to your control C, copy and paste. Just move it aside. Right, I'm going to now copy this very one, the one that is my background. Just take it right down and bring this one down as well to about that much. That's good. Now let's copy this one again. Control C, Control V, and right there, that's the copied one. So let's reduce that a little bit and just bring this up here. Okay, drag this down. Okay, that's not too bad. Now copy this very one again, Control C and paste. Drag it down. Yeah, that's fine. So we've taken care of the whole interface. That's how it looks like. So now let me grab a button. But first thing, I should have entered title here. So let's move this down a little bit. Maybe this down and this down. Okay, I will readjust that anyway. Now I'm going to copy it again. Copy and paste. So the one I've just copied, I'm going to drag it up there. That'll be for my title. Okay guys, so this is how it's looking now. Now let me add some buttons here. So go to the palette here and let's grab a button. There we go. Paste that button there. Let's come to the properties of that very button and carry out some changes. Let's come right here. Preferred size, I'm going to make that about 200, and I will make this 158. And let's go to the maximum and minimum here. Repeat the same thing and here as well. There. Now the size of the button, let's make the text size about 96 bold. There we go. And I'm going to get rid of the content we have on it. I think it's right here. Let's see. There we go. Get rid of the text. There. I need to copy this now. Copy. Let's see. I may have to increase the size. Copy, paste. That's 2 and 3. I think I'm going to increase the size of this thing. Yeah, let's see this as well. Okay, down is a bit alright. Okay, let's increase the width a little bit. Come right here. Okay, let's copy one of these buttons. Control C and paste right there. So I'm going to reduce this to about that much. Let's just copy that much. Copy, paste again, bring it here, copy it one more time and paste here, and just drag it across. Okay, all those buttons are all taken care of now. So let's move this up a little bit and bring this down. Okay, that's fine. The next thing I want to do now is to add a label. Let's see. Here we go. That's a label there. Paste that in there. I'm going to change the whole size of that label to the font size to 60, maybe 66, something like that. Bold 66. Just enter 66 in there. Right, that's fine. Okay, change the text content of these to player X. I'm going to copy player X, copy, paste. Now copy both player, copy again, and paste it right here. Right. And I'm going to now change this to player O. There we go. Right. Now let's take care of this very one. So this one, we get rid of whatever we have in there. First thing first, let's change the back color is we need to set the opaque. Yeah, that's it. It's changed. Repeat the same thing for this other one. Yeah, there we go. And I'm going to get rid of the text content on that very one. There. Oh, it disappeared. Undo that. It's right there though. Okay, let's do it this way. Rename it. I'm going to call it J LBL player O. Right. Let's get rid of the text content I have in there. Let's do it systematically. Okay, that's fine. Oh no, let's bring it back. Alright, that's fine. So I'm going to just maybe delete this and just copy this. Copy and paste. Right. And this, let's see the name of this. This one is player O. Okay, that becomes X. I just copy this and change it to player O. Right. Player O. That's fine. So that's it, all done. So all that is left for me now to do is, let me copy this, Control C and Control V. Let's paste that, paste it right here. That is all. Look at that. If you guys notice this line, because I did not set that as, you see set layer, I should have set it as absolute layer. Okay, make sure you do that for every single one of your plane. There, now I can adjust it to wherever I want. Okay, let's change the text content we have in that. So I'm just going to change that to Java. Let's say Advanced Tic Tac Toe Game. There, that is done. I'm going to change the font color. I don't like this color. Let's come up here and change it to something a bit lighter. Font. Let's see, there we go, that's font. Change it to something a bit lighter. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So if I run it now, let's compile first and run. There we go. That's how it's looking now, guys. Okay. So what we need to do now is I'm going to have to try and speed up the whole process because we've spent a lot of time on just the design alone. So let's take care of the codes. But 1, 2, and 3, those ones need to be, I need to enter some data in there. So right click, add text, and that is going to be new game. There, the next one, that will be the reset, and this one will be, let's come in here and change that to exit. Right, now let's do 110. Okay, so that's that done. Now let's double click on the exit itself. Okay, right here on exit, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to declare the following private function for it. So let's call that private J frame. I'm going to call that, let's just make it frame there. And as you can see, I do have an error there. So all you just need to do is you can click on this and then import. Okay, you need to import the J swing. So if I click on that now, what you guys will notice is right up here, a J swing frame will be added. So click there. Alright, go right up there. That is it. It's added. So back to my exit. So right underneath here, I'm going to enter the following: frame equals new J frame. So that's an object that I've just created in there, and now give it an alias of exit. There we go. Enter semicolon out there. There we go. Now I'm going to use an if statement. If J option plain dot. This time around I want you to show, let's say show confirm dialog. Okay, double click on that, show confirm dialog, and that dialog we want you to start from J, from a frame, and that very okay. Let me enter my statement in there. So the statement is going to be confirmed if you want to exit. Okay, that is my second argument. I'm going to enter comma, and let's enter another argument. This will be for my title, Tic Tac Toe. There, that's argument number 3. Come right out here, let's say comma, and let's press enter. So J option plain is that here dot, we want it to choose a method now, yes or no. So I'm going to choose yes or no option there. Now come out of here and let's say equals J option dot yes or no. Where is it? Let's enter Y. Yes or no option again. Okay, and if yes or no option is selected, enter curly braces there. We just need to say system dot exit. That's 0. Nothing happens. That is it. So those are your lines of code to exit. Okay, now I'm going to come in here. Now let's take care of this reset. Okay, so right click, let's go to event and select action perform. Right here, the first thing I want to do is the name of my buttons is J btn tag dot, no, that's number 1. Tag 1 dot enable, set enable, set enable, I want it to be true. There. So that's the very first one. I'm going to just copy and repeat exactly the same thing for the others. In total is 9. So copy all of these 3. We just need to change the numbers around. 2 and 9. So here change the numbers 2, 3, 4 and so on. Okay, the next action is going to be for me to clear whatever text I have in there. So I'm going to copy this there, dot set text, and I'm going to make that nothing. There, I've just cleared the very first one. I'm going to copy it. I have 9. Do repeat exactly the same thing I did. Yep, and just copy it all to speed things up. 6, 9, and I'm going to change the numbers around. This will be 2, 3 and so on. There we go. Now one more thing, I'm going to copy that. What I want to do now is to change the background color, because the background color back to the original color. So my very first button dot set background color, that is it, and the color I would like you to set to is going to be light gray. So let's come in and say dot light gray. Where is it? There we go. Yeah, this very one there. Just like I did earlier with the others, I have 9 buttons, so there are 9 buttons with that needs to be changed here. Alright, and as usual I have to change the numbers back to the buttons I'm referring to. That is it, all done. So that's my reset taken care of. Now I'm going to copy this, everything in here. I will use it for my new, copy that, come right here. I'm going to use it for this new button there. enter new game. But these ones, let's do one thing first before I do that. I'm going to enter, nope, let's enter a text in there. That'll be 0. I repeat the same thing here, 0. Make sure it's selected. Let's come in here and get it aligned center. Yeah, that's done. Repeat this one as well, align center, and see horizontal alignment, make it center. There we go. Now let's come in here, right click on this, event, action, perform, click, and right in here, that is it. Now paste what I've just copied, but the difference is I'm now going to change the label LBL player X dot set text. I'm going to change that to 0. Now come out of it. There we go. Player X. I should have that. I'm going to check that name. So the other one is going to be player O. There. Okay, let's check out the name I gave to them. Should be LBL. Let's come back in here. What's the name of this? Oh, yeah, LBL. That's the name. So what's going on? Let's go back into that source code. Oh, J. Yes, J, missing J, LBL. That is it. That's correct. Okay, that's that done. So that's the reset button taken care of, and the new game button taken care of. There. So I'm going to run it and let's just see. Though nothing will happen though. There we go. The only bit that works is the exit, and this one they do nothing. Alright, let's exit out and continue. Okay, let's go straight into the coding area. Right up here, I'm going to declare some global variable that I'm going to be using. So right underneath here. So I'm going to get rid of this. So just call it, let's say private. And this very first one, I'm going to say it's a string. And this very string we have, let's call it start game. And the text on this start game is going to be X. There. Now I want to create another one. The next one will be for my counter. So that is going to be an integer, and this one, let's call it X count. The value for X count is 0, and I'm going to repeat the same thing for the other one. That will be O count, and the value for that one will be 0 as well. It's O or 0, yeah. No, that should be O. Okay. Make it uppercase or lowercase. Okay, whatever. That's fine. Alright. Now, let me create one boolean. This boolean is just to check. Okay, let's call it checker. So, checker will just let me know if any of the buttons is initialized. Alright, let's come down here. Maybe right underneath here or wherever. Yeah, right underneath here is cool. I'm going to create the function, and this function, let's call it private void game. There's a game score, and enter curly braces. This is very private void game. That will be JLBL player X dot set text, and the very first text I'm going to be setting is that will be the counter. So I'm going to say string dot value of, and that is going to be X count. There, that's the very first one. The second one, I'm going to just copy that and repeat the same thing for the second one. So knowing fully well there's no value in this yet, but I'm assigning it to my labels. There we go, that's for the labels. Right. Okay, now let's create another one, another function. This next function, I'm going to use it to just choose a player. So let's see whoever player we choose. I'm going to change the name. Let's change the name because I just copied it. I'm going to call it choose a player. Yeah, let's just enter case a player there, and we use if statement. If starts game as one of the variables up there, dot equals ignore case. Okay, that if that is x there, then I want this following to happen. Starts game, that would be equals to 0. Copy, paste. That will be equal to O, not 0, O. There. Else. Copy that. Let's copy all of this. Just change it around. Come right down here and let's enter else. Else. Paste. Equals x. There. That's my other function. This function will be to just check what we have on those buttons. Now, there's going to be another function that will carry out a couple of the calculations. And let's come right here, right down here. I'm going to create another function entirely. And I'll call this very function winning game. And there. The first thing I'm going to do with this winning game is I'm going to create the following string. So I'll call that B1. That is for button number 1. Button number 1 equals jbtn tag1 dot get text. So whatever we have in there is assigned to B1. Okay, whatever we have inside this very button here, that is the button I'm referring to. So come back in here. I'm going to repeat the same thing for the others. So come down here to, let's do that again, and number 3 there. So speed that up. Copy, paste, paste. We have 9 in total. So I'm now going to change the names around. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. That is it, all done. Now, to finish up the whole thing, I'm now going to use an if statement. I'll say if B1, the value inside B1, if is, let's put that in brackets, if is x, and B2, if B2 is x as well. Let's say and, copy this, I'll just copy all of this, B2 and B3, change it around, 3, 2, there we go, get rid of this. Okay, if these values are all the same and I want a message box just to display something, and I also want the back color to change. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, this time around, counter, x counter is ++1. Okay, because x is the winning game now. So let's come in here. I just want to copy something instead of me typing. Double click, copy all of this. Yeah, just copy this. I'll change it around. Okay, maybe up to here. I'll be changing it around it. copy, and let's go back to our function right here, paste that. And what I want the system to do is, this should be, I should change this really to message instead of confirm. That'll be a message box, really, message dialog here. And here, get rid of this and change this to this. Okay, and the message is player X1, player X, okay, wins, and Tic Tac Toe is the name, and this one, bring this one up here, and let's just change the message. This method here, I'm going to get rid of it, change that to information message dot information message. Close that. There we go. In that case, I want to change the back color. The back color, let's come in here, just copy some back colors there. There we go. These 3 back colors, copy, go back up here and paste it right underneath here. There. But this back color, I'm going to change it to something else. Maybe dots. Let's see. Orange. Okay, why not orange? Repeat the same thing here and the same thing here. That is it. All of the color for these buttons are now changed. So we also need to, and I need to include as follows: x count plus plus, there. So x plus 1. So game score, that's the other function. I'm just calling that very function now. Okay, wrong spelling. There. So that's my very first condition taken care of. Taking care of the second condition, copy all of this. The second condition, that will be, let's go for 4, 5, and 6. So that becomes 4, 5, and 6. And this one is 4, 5, 6 as well. So that's the second condition. And I'm going to change the color of this very one. Let's go for something else. Let's see. Dot. Okay, crayon color, that's fine. There. Copy and paste. Second condition. Taking care for the second button. The next button is going to be, let's take care of 7. Okay, copy all of this again. Notice that I have to call this because I'm still dealing with X. Okay, come right down here, paste, and this is going to be 7, 8, 9, and 9, 7, 8, 9 underneath here as well. Now let's change the color. So what shall we go for? I'm just going to set to 4. Let's see whatever we have in there. Dot green. Yeah, green. That's gonna look weird, but it's alright. And change this as well. And there, that's all of the condition. Okay, I will now speed up the rest. So to take care of that of this is X, Y winning, 0 winning condition. This is what will happen in that case, because this can become 0 as well. So just change that to 0, 0, and 0. And you come right down here, we need to change this to O. Yeah. And there. Then player here will be player O. There. Okay. So I'm just gonna speed it up. Let's do that now. Okay guys, those are the conditions taken care of, so have a good look at it. It's all the same. It's just the winner, the way the winner is selected, that's just the difference. You can see 3, 6, 9. That means it's going to be horizontal. No, that's actually vertical. 3, 6, 9 is vertical, and this one is diagonal. 1, 5, 9. That's good. And this is 3, 5, 7. That's another diagonal. Okay, and we have the winning, the 0 winner. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Horizontal, another horizontal here, and so on, guys. So take a good look at it, at the lines of determinants, the winning determinants. There we go. All right, and that's it. So let's go back to the button, and finally let's take care of this. Double click on this very button, and this very button I'm going to use it to find out whatever we have inside start game. So paste that in there that I've just copied. JBTN tag 1 dot set text, and what we want you to set, look at it, automatically appear right in the start game. Okay, so that's what we expect the system to look at, because start game is one going for X or Y, sorry, X or 0 or O, something like that. O. Now let's use an if statement. If, open a bracket, start game dot equals, ignore case though, and that is going to be X. Then we want one. Okay, let's get rid of one of these. Let's get rid of one as well. Come right down here. Okay, the first thing is, now I'm going to use my checker. You remember, if you guys can still recall, the Boolean checker this time around is going to be false. There. Else checker will become true. So I'm just going to copy this. Enter else. Checker equals true. There we go. Now we need to call choose a winner underscore choose a winner, choose a player, choose a player there, and winning game. You have to call those two functions. There we go. That's it, taken care of. So all I'm just going to do is copy all of these, and let's go for button number 2. Double click on that, come right down here, paste, and change that, the button up here that is 1, change that to 2. Repeat the same thing for button 3. Paste there, change that to 3. Button 4, paste 4. Button number 5, repeat exactly the same thing, paste, and change this to 5. There. I'm now going to speed up the whole process. You guys now get the whole idea. Okay guys, that's it, all done, all taken care of. That is for button 3, button number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That is it, all done. Okay guys, let's try it all out now. I'm going to click on compile, and then we click on run. There we go, decision time. Okay, let's try out this. There, we have a winner. Player O. Reset. There, we have another winner. And that's how you create your own tic-tac-toe in Java NetBeans. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. And the lady over there, I suppose you enjoyed this tutorial. You all have a nice day and bye for now. And please do subscribe to my channel. And you can also join to become a member of the channel. You all have a nice day and bye for now.